Okay, say you got a one-page site and the user clicks buttons or menus or an icon list and they move down the page like so. So let's just do a preview of this page. They click here and it takes them down. Now to see the menu, they've got to scroll back up to the top. You might have a sticky menu, but what if you haven't? And what if you don't want, what if you've got a very long page and you don't want the user to have to scroll the mouse and click all the way back to the top? Let's have a look at a really simple way of how you can do this using a button. Now, I do want to make clear there are ways you can do this with a bit of CSS coding, CSS classes, and lots of different ways of doing it. I'm going to show you how to do it using buttons and a menu anchor. The reason I like menu anchors is because over here we have a menu anchor for each of the items on the page, and what I find is that by doing this, okay, it's just, I now know that there is a section on the page or an anchor somewhere, so if I need to modify it, I know where to go. If I've put it into a bit of CSS coding or somewhere else, I might forget where it is, and that can be confusing for some people. So what we're going to do is we're just going to create a new section. Okay, there's going to be nothing in it, just a section. And I'm going to make this section a full width. This bit's quite important, by the way, because if you don't make it full width, it might look a bit weird on your page. You can go for box, it's up to you, but I prefer to go with full width. Okay, into there, I'm going to add a button. Okay, and we're just going to change the style of this because I hate that font. And we could have the word click here. We could say top, and I could, if I want, just put BR and have it as like a vertical text if you change the padding of the button. But we'll just have it as top for now. And what I'm going to do instead is add in a chevron. And again, go for whatever you want. An image, an icon. You could have an icon and text. It's up to you. Go for whatever works for you. Okay, let's just click insert into there. So there we have that item there. I'm just going to change the style of it. We can change the color of it if we want, or I'm just going to change the padding. So at the moment, I've shrunk it down and I'm going to say 10, 5, 10, 5. Now, what's really annoying is even though I've got 5 and 5 for left and right, the right is bigger than it needs to be. And what I tend to find is I have to just shrink it down a little bit. I don't quite understand why I have to do this to get it to look more equal. If anyone knows, put a comment in the comment section and let us everybody know about, well, how do you sort that out? So let's just click update. Okay, great. What I'm now going to do is, before I do any more modification on that, is I'm just going to go to the very top now. And it's up to you how you do this and where you put it. But I'm just going to add in another section. Okay. You could do this within your header or within the very top menu. Okay. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's up to you. Okay. But I'm just going to type, and I'm going to type in menu, and I'm going to drag in. Anchor. There we go. Menu anchor. And I'm going to call this, I'm going to call it top. All right. Just put top, return to top, menu top. Zoom to the top, whatever you want. I'm just going to call it top. And I'm going to click update. I'm now going to go back to my button. And if I go to the content, it has already got the hashtag in, and I'm going to type top. And then click update. You can pretty much see what's going to happen here. But I don't like the button being where it is. And it is taking up a full section with a bit of spacing, which I don't want either. So I'm going to go to advanced. And I'm going to go to the positioning tab. The width will be an inline auto. And then for the position, I'm going to pick fixed. And what will have happened is that extra spacing you had for the section has now disappeared. But so has the button. Where has it gone? It's actually up here. It's shot all the way up to the top. Where are we? Top left. There we go. Just there. Okay, what I'm now going to do is just change the orientation. I want it to be on the right-hand side, and I'm not going to change the offset for the vertical, but I am going to change, I'm not going to change the horizontal offset, because if I do that, it will then appear in the middle of the page as I move the slider. Instead, I'm going to do the vertical. You could be very prescriptive and start putting in values in, percentage or pixels or wherever you want, but I'm just going to drag it. And I'm just going to put it roughly about there. Roughly in the middle of the page there. And the way I know that is because I'm actually looking across over to this part here where the chevron is. So yeah, that's about in line there. Okay, good. And then I click update. So now, if I go to preview, look at this, as I scroll up and down, that button stays on the right-hand side of the page. And if I just click here and we jump down, and I click here, we go back to the top. If I click here, we go back to the top. If I click here, we go back to the top. I need to contain my excitement. You get the idea. Okay, and how does it look on a mobile? Well, surprise, surprise, it looks fine. It is still okay, and it works as well, by the way. I mean, I've got it. Whoa, sorry, I didn't do the styling in there. But anyway, look, number 3 takes me down to number 3. I click that, it returns me back to the top. Be gone, you awful styling. Okay, and if we went to a tablet mode, again, it's fine. Now, what I will say, though, is if you are viewing it in a mobile or a tablet, it is now eating into your estate or what you've got present on the page. And this is where, if I am doing anything like this, this is where I will then take it into account. And let's just give it about 20, roughly, something like that. There you go. So now as I'm scrolling down, the button isn't hitting the text. All right, so just bear that in mind, okay? I hope that was useful. I hope you found that a really interesting way of how you can create a fixed button. And you can actually create multiple buttons. I don't, I'm not saying overdo it, but if I duplicate it, okay, and I go to advanced, and I go to positioning, and I now just change that layout a little bit and put it over there, I could have a completely different button. So I could go over to styling and say, okay, now make this a dark button, and this button now have some text and do something else. So for some websites in the health industry, I've got a button there that says COVID update, and the text is vertical. So you click it, and it, a little pop-up appears and says, "Is the latest COVID update for what's happening in the area or whatever." So you could have multiple buttons. It doesn't just have to be a menu. It could be a button that causes a pop-up to appear, a menu to appear, or it just takes you somewhere else to a page. And you could have a menu here, a menu there. You could have social icons on your left, right-hand side as well. I mean, look, there's so many things you can do, and all you got to do is inline auto, position fixed, decide if it's going to be left or right, and then decide on your alignment or however you want to position it. And that is a dead easy way, without using any CSS coding, button plus menu anchor, for how you can create a scroll back to the top button, or scroll any way you want. But yeah, I hope that made sense. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.